Good morning. Today's poet is Emily Brontë, born 1818, who died in 1848. So she only lived to be 40, I guess, or something around that area. Emily Brontë was the sister novelist to Charlotte and Anne. Um, I read Wuthering Heights growing up, so I'm familiar with her writing, but I don't think I had looked into her poetry yet. Um, she, let's see here. She assumed a pseudonym to avoid being stereotyped as a lady poet. The book was largely ignored, selling only two copies, and she is best remembered for the novel Wuthering Heights from 1847. That was 1 year before she died. Many of her poems, including The Prisoner and Remembrance, were originally written with Anne as part of the Gondal saga, a series of intricate and elaborate tales set in an imaginary kingdom. So those sound like they're in here, I think. The meter and form of Emily Bronte's poems often derive from the Wesleyan hymns she sang as a child. Um, Much of her imagery is Gothic, and her concern with the transience of human life and beauty, as well as her reliance on a personal inner vision, links her to the Romantics. She died at Hawthorne of tuberculosis. So, I would like to read some of her poems for you, at least one. Long neglect has worn away. Long neglect has worn away half the sweet enchanting smile. Time has turned the bloom to gray, mold and damp the face defile. But that lock of silky hair, still beneath the picture twined, tells what once those features were, paints their image on the mind. Fair the hand that traced that line, dearest, ever deem me true. Swiftly flew the fingers fine when the pen that motto drew. Here's another one called Hope. Hope was but a timid friend. She sat without my grated den, watching how my fate would tend even as selfish-hearted men. She was cruel in her fear, though the bars one dreary day, through the bars, one dreary day, I looked out to see her there, and she turned her face away, like a false guard, false watch keeping. Still, in strife, she whispered peace. She would sing while I was weeping. If I listened, she would cease. False she was, and unrelenting. When my last joys strewed the ground, even sorrow saw repenting, said those sad relics shattered round. Hope, whose whisper would have given balm to all the frenzied pain, stretched her wings and soared to heaven, went and ne'er returned again. That one is like a classic Hope poem. I think that one should go in the book with all the other Hope poems. Remembrance. Cold in the earth, and the deep snow piled above thee. far, far removed, cold in the dreary grave. Have I forgotten only my only love to love thee, served at last by time's all serving wave? Now, when alone, do my thoughts no longer hover over the mountains on the northern shore, resting their wings where heath and fern leaves cover thy noble heart forevermore. Cold in the earth, and 15 wild Decembers from those brown hills have melted into spring. Faithful indeed is the spirit that remembers after such years of change and suffering. Sweet love of youth, forgive if I forget thee, while the world's tide is bearing me along. Other desires and other hopes beset me, hopes which obscure but can't do thee wrong. No later than light has lightened up my heaven, no second morn has ever shone for me. All my life bliss from thy dear life has given. All my life's bliss is in the grave with thee. But when the days of golden dreams had perished, and even despair and powerless to destroy, then did I learn how existence could be cherished, strengthened and fed without the aid of joy. When I did check the tears of useless passion, weaned my young soul from yearning after thine, sternly denied its burning wish to hasten down to the tomb that already more than mine. And yet I dare not let it languish, dare not indulge my memory's rapturous pain. Once drinking deep in the divinest anguish, could I seek the empty world again. So I like that. I like her word choices, and I really love that hope poem, especially that one was really a great embodiment of hope, or like a personification of hope. Um, I think. Let's see. Am I going to read one more? I'm going to read "No coward soul is mine," and this will be the last one. No coward soul is mine, no trembler in the world's storm-troubled sphere. I see heaven's glory shine, and faith shines equal, arming me from fear. O God, within my breast, almighty ever-present deity, life that in me hast rest, as I, undying life, have power in thee. Vain are the thousand creeds that move men's hearts, unutterably vain, worthless as withered weeds, or idless form amid the boundless main. To waken doubt in one, holding so fast by thy infinity, so surely anchored on the steadfast rock of immortality. With wide embracing love, thy spirit animates eternal years, pervades, broods above, changes, sustains, dissolves, creates, and rears. Though earth and moon were gone, the suns and universes ceased to be, and thou were left alone, every existence would exist in thee. There is not room for death, nor atom that his might could render void, since thou art being and breath, and what thou art may never be destroyed. No coward soul is mine. So a poem about her soul, or a soul, or is it the soul like a religious poem? I don't know. I don't always know everything about the poems I read, but I like reading them and learning more. Thank you for watching today. See you tomorrow.